it's Bree here with Dr. Dorninger from Blue Sky CBD. Hey, doctor.
Good morning.
Good morning. So, before we get into all the products and routines, can you walk us through what healthy sleep actually looks like? Like, what's happening during REM and deep sleep, and why does consistency matter so much?
So what happens during your day is your whole body gets super inflamed from everything, from the diesel fumes you breathe in during your bike ride, to detoxifying your own hormones, to stress, to your boss yelling at you, to the workout you missed, to the overtraining you did, to the sitting you did. And at the end of the day, you are full of inflammatory cytokines. And what sleep is supposed to do is release melatonin and restorative growth hormones to help antioxidize, deflame the body, and literally rejuvenate, regenerate, and resuscitate all those cells that have gotten damaged and beat down over a long, hard day's work.
I feel like many of us are lucky to even get like 5 hours of sleep without it being disrupted. And I just wonder what's really behind that. Like, why can't people fall asleep and stay asleep anymore? Is it like stress, screens, all the above?
All the above and sometimes overstated. The number one and two reasons for not falling asleep and staying asleep is problems with steady oxygen and problems with steady fuel. Especially at altitude, sleep apnea is so underrated. And if your brain perceives low oxygen, it freaks out, spikes cortisol and adrenaline, known as norepinephrine, epinephrine, and kicks the melatonin growth hormone healing party out of your brain. The same happens with blood sugar, whether it's some Krispy Kremes you had before bed or too much red wine, or you've been eating seed oils all day and your blood sugar's off. You can also wake up your brain. And it's simply steady fuel, steady oxygen to make sure you have a non-panicked, restorative night's sleep.
Well, let's talk about the products. How does CBD or CBN help people like feel calmer or fall asleep faster? Like, what's going on in our bodies?
Well, the first thing is everything I'm going to tell you about is about cannabidiol isolate. It is not full spectrum hemp. It is pure CBD that all the literature I'm going to quote is on. And CBD, cannabidiol, is an uplifting productivity molecule. It helps you feel cool, calm, collected, focused, and relaxed. And that is part of the sleep formula to really bring down that inflammation after a long day. And that's about 25 milligrams of pure cannabidiol in the sleep gels. The CBN sets up decompression. So it allows your brain to uncouple from a busy day, the to-do list, and it says, hey, let's shift to GABA, your cool, calm, and collected molecule, and settle down. Now, THC and a glass of wine do the same thing, but they come with blood sugar problems at 3 a.m. that wake you up.
So, for anyone thinking about trying CBD or CBN for sleep, what should they know going in? Like, do you have any tips or guidelines for someone who may be using this for the first time?
I'm a clinician at the end of the day, and it's about applying things to improve patient outcomes. And what we see is that it can take up to 2 weeks for the sleep gels to work. So you have these patients who go, oh my gosh, the first night I took a sleep gel, which is 25 milligrams CBD CBN, I fell asleep. It was incredible, and I woke restored. Some people, it takes up to 2 weeks. If you're on your second or third night of one Blue Sky sleep gel, then I tell people to trial two. And what can happen is 2 a night for 2 weeks should absolutely show up on your iWatch and your Oura Rings and your smart devices. So the last tip is if you wake in the middle of the night, it's okay to take another sleep gel. If you have dogs or pets or kids, no one's going to get that injured from 25 milligrams of CBD or CBN, but I say keep it in the packet with a little scissor, cut the scissor open, take another sleep gel at 2, 3 in the morning.
Could you tell me a little bit about the quality of Blue Sky?
Yeah, so I was headhunted to work for Blue Sky as Director of Research and Development. And to be honest with you, I didn't know anything about cannabidiol. And patients would come in and ask me, as a leader in natural medicine, their thoughts. So I actually took the job to force myself to study all the cannabidiol literature. And I chose Blue Sky because it's a zero THC, and I'm not anti-cannabis, but we wanted a non-THC product that government workers can use, that firefighters and police can use, who also need a good night's sleep and will give you less tickets to wake rested. Yeah. And it is zero THC, third-party tested for purity and potency, which means the milligrams are 10% above or below on every final batch. And that what's in there is in there. It's actually just cannabidiol, MCT oil, and gel cap. And then lastly, cost per milligram. You're not going to find better value than the cost of the sleep gels for 25 milligrams CBD CBN.
That's awesome. Well, Dr. Dorninger, thank you for being here.
My pleasure. Thanks for having us.